Hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. Another little Loco here from my uncle's collection. So yeah, my uncle came down over Christmas Day, brought down a few Locos for me to have a look at and have a play with. This is one of them. So non-runner. I think it probably just needs a really good service, but we'll take it over to the track. I'll show you what it does, and then we'll come back and see if we can repair it and see if I've got there's a coupling missing off the back. So if I've got another one of those, I might have, and try and replace that as well. Yeah, get this back together and see if we can get it running. Right, let me show you what it's doing. So I'm holding the camera with my hand. You see it wants to go, desperately wants to move. So I think it's probably just going to be a bit of a service. I'll just show you the controls so that you know I'm not cheating. So you can see that it's on low impedance. Actually, let's put it on, oh, it is on full power, low impedance, high impedance. Controllers there. Come back to the Loco. Yeah, it's wanting to move, but I think it's probably just clogged up with muck in there. So let's go back over to the bench, let's get the lid off and see what's inside. Alright, so you've seen it's a non-runner. Let's get the lid off and let's have a look what's inside. Body's been nicely weathered. Somebody made a really nice job of that. It's not bad at all. Can look good on the layout, this one. So, right. Oh, I've not seen one of those before. Huge lump of metal on the front there. I wonder what. It doesn't actually say what make it is. I've not seen that before. This big piece of metal on here. But anyway, let's get the armature out. Let's have a look what we've got in the motor. And then we'll have a look at the wheels in a moment. I'm wondering whether I take this out first. Again, apologies for using such crude tools. Let's take that off of there. The ball bearing, I've said before, there's a little ball bearing in these, and this one is stuck on the top of the shaft there. I'll come to that in a moment. Let's get the motor out. The brushes are on the side of this one. They need to come out as well. Back corner's not done. There it goes. Right, let's just lift that completely out of the way. Right, first thing, let's recover. Oh no, the ball bearing's not on there. Still in there. Okay, that's alright. Armature looks nice and, well, it's a little bit grubby where the brushes pick up. And the magnet, let's slide the magnet out. That doesn't, all just needs a good clean by the look of it. Yeah, so, right, let me just get some clean tissue paper to wipe the worst of this off, and we'll give the motor a clean up first, and then looking at the wheels, they don't look too bad. The mechanism's really tough. God, I think it's just probably where it's been weathered. It's either not got a load of oil on it, or it's locking up on something. Okay, it is binding. I wonder if it's that, got a slight bend in there. Yeah, look, it's just catching. So we need to straighten that up as well. Right, we'll come to that in a moment. Let's do the motor first. Right, get the worst off the magnet. Lots of old grime in there. So again, you've probably seen on my other videos, I'll just mention again, this is contact cleaner from WD-40. It's not the oil, it is contact cleaner. These are about £5 a can, and it does a wonderful job in cleaning up components. When I first started the channel, somebody recommended this to me and I've never looked back, so I highly recommend it. Just look at the way that it's taking the muck off the armature there. Perfect. That's really, you know, brings it up lovely. It really does. Right, doing this very gently. Actually, I'm going to grab a cotton bud. Let's just put, because the armature's got like a horrible mark on it. Yeah, it's not coming off. I'm suddenly getting some muck out of it. Look at this. Right, that'll do for the armature. Right, I'm going to come back to the brushes in a moment. Let's leave that to one side and let's deal with this wheel. So if I just lift the wheel up, what you can see, I'm hoping this is showing on camera, is just here the conrod is catching the axle on the wheel, and that's preventing it from moving, and it looks like this has got a slight bend on it. So I'm just going to try and gently tease that back and see if that fixes the problem. Perfect. Okay, there's a couple of marks on the wheels that I will clean off. Pickups don't look too bad. The wheels actually don't look bad either, but there's a couple of paint marks that have been left on here, obviously where it was weathered, so I shall just take those off. Wheels are nice and clean actually. Doesn't look like this has done a lot of running. Right, I will oil this in a moment, but let's turn our attention to the what do you call it? The brushes. I need like a cocktail stick. Slide those out. Right, there's one and two. Right, that one's well jammed in there, so that's not helping. Right, let's give this a good clean. Look at the muck coming off of that. Very satisfying. Not going to work. Let's try this way. I'm going to clean down where the brushes sit, just to make sure there's no muck in there. Put my cocktail stick. I just want to put the usual caveat on my videos that this is just me enjoying the hobby. If you want a proper how-to video on how to restore trains, I highly recommend go and have a look at some of the other YouTubers. Double Bill videos are superb, and yeah, well worth a watch. As I say, I'm just making it up as I go along, and just enjoying the hobby. Right, that's those clean. Let's clean the brushes off. That's alright. And that one. Right, now I'm going to give this an oil. That feels freer already. Oh yeah, that's much better. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the cog down here. Right, let's reassemble this. So, armature in. So, with the rig magnetizer, I've shown this virtually in every video, but if you're new to the channel, this is made by a guy called Ronald Dodd. And what you do is take your magnet, find out which way is north. So my direction north is that way. It says on the side north. Pull back the two armatures, put your magnet in between them, then you just push the button and it puts remagnetizes the magnet, puts some energy back into it. Now, as always, I'm not going to do it on camera because it creates a huge magnetic field. So I'll just stop the camera for a moment and push the button. Literally nothing to see other than a red light come on, but it does make the compass spin, so I just want to get rid of my electrical equipment before I do that. So be back in a moment. Right, and what you should see now is this is properly held in there. In fact, yeah, a little bit tight. Okay, that's good. I can move that out of the way. Right, this time I'll assemble it with the magnet in place. That goes in. Armature. Okay, now the housing. Again, making sure I get it round the right way. There we go. I thought originally that did have the ball bearing on top, but it's not there. Can't really see if it's in there. I think it might be down in there. Difficult to tell. We'll see how it tightens down and see if it needs a spacer in there. Going on the way it came out, maybe there isn't a ball bearing in these ones. That's one down. This one down to here. Before on this one. Put this back on the top. This could be tricky. Trying to get this in the middle. How do you do that then? That's not going to be fun. I have no idea if that's just gone down on top of the maybe you have to put this in before you put the top on. What's happening, the armature, obviously on its magnet, has been pulled to one side, so I can't get the armature to sit right in the middle and stay there long enough to put the top. Oh, hang on, that might be, oh no. I can't get it to stay right in the middle. How do we do this? I think I'm going to have to undo the screws again. That's the only way of doing it. Undo the screws, put this in first of all. I can't see a way of... Maybe if I put the... Let's put the brushes back in and see if they hold it. So just put that one in that side, like so, and put the spring back on. That's that brush done. Let's try this one. What's that brush done? Let's try and locate it in the middle again. That's better. That's definitely better. Right, let's lift this back off. That's not going to work. Just pull the brushes back, take the springs off at least. One brush. And undo these again. Right. Just want to take that other brush back out, because I don't want to damage those, or even worse, damage the armature. Right, pop this in through the top, and I'm going to wind this all the way down. And then I'll let it off as I tighten the other screws down. There we go. Still not convinced that's in. It can't be in, I can see right through the brushes. So how do you do this then? Well, I think it's in. It feels like it is. I'll screw these down, then we'll make a little adjustment and see how it feels. Screw goes in there. Let's tighten that down. I wonder how they did this in production, because it's you're completely putting the armature in blind. Must be a more straightforward way to do it. Maybe they go in from the bottom, you know, maybe this comes on afterwards in production. Right, I'm just going to loosen that off half a turn. Just go back around these screws, make sure I've got this ton up. Okay, locking nut. No. Right, let me just make an adjustment on here. It's a backward quarter return. And let's just do that up. There we go. Well, something's connected. Looks okay. Let's put the brushes in and let's go and give it a try. That way round. Right, let's go and give it a try. Right, let's just give it a little bit of power, very gently. Yeah, look at that. Again, just winding the power up gently. Lots of nice control. Oh, I'm very pleased with that. That didn't take a lot, did it? Get that working. A little bit of a clean up. Free the mechanism. And yeah, we're back on the rails. Now, as I said, if anybody can help me identify what make this, I'm assuming maybe Lima. I'm not totally sure, but I've not seen this block of metal before. Makes the model very, very heavy. I should think this has got very good traction for towing carriages and or trucks even. And on that note, one final job, which is to go and fix this coupling. So let's go and do that. Now it looks like the coupling has been riveted on. Can't see, there's definitely not a screw head in there. Yeah, I think at some point this has been riveted on here. So let's just get that one off out of the way. I think with the new coupling, actually I need a different type. That's not going to stay on there at all. Yeah, I need to find a metal type. This one is a plastic one, and you can see it's got the wrong shape. Let me go see if I've got another one. Right, there's one on here that looks like it should do the job. Again, this one's been riveted on, so I'll try and lift this off without doing too much damage to it. Right, let's see if this is gonna, well, that's certainly gonna go on there, no problem. The only thing is, obviously this has been well and truly crimped in the past. So I'm looking at this and thinking maybe I'll just super glue it. Yeah, I'm going to do that because obviously in the past it's been clipped on there. I'll just put a little bit of glue on there. You can't mushroom the clamp, if you know what I mean. So in the past, you know, obviously where it's been riveted on there, you can't re-rivet the rivets, so to speak. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on there, and yeah, that's fixed the problem. Right, let's get the body back on. That looks great, honestly. The weathering on there, and yeah, once it's moving, that's going to look fantastic on the railway. Right, let's take it back over to the track and let's close out this video. Right, let's give this a little run. Very sprightly. Lots of control, slow. What a great runner. Really pleased with that one, and it does look superb with the weathering on, doesn't it? It's really good. I think I'm going to leave that one out on the layout and use this one quite a lot. Yeah, very good indeed. Anyway, if that was of interest, then please do give it a thumbs up, and if you do know what the chassis is, do let me know. I'm going to go and look it up myself because I'm a bit curious. It's quite interesting, and yeah, maybe I'll find out what it is, but if you do know, do let me know, please. And why not check out the channel? Lots on there, and if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. And with that, I'm going to leave this one there, say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.